Good afternoon. Hi, everyone. My name is Phil McDonnell. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer with SWAT Environmental. We are the nation's largest radon mitigation firm. We operate in over 30 states across the country, but today I'm focused on only one state, and that's the state of Wisconsin, and even more specifically, one area of Wisconsin, the greater Milwaukee area. Today I have a very special guest, Jeanne Nemovitz, from Bruce's team in Milwaukee. She's going to talk to us today a little bit about her experiences with radon and her experiences with SWAT Environmental, and also what she does in the greater Milwaukee area to serve her clients in the real estate industry. So Jeanne, can you take a second? First off, thanks for joining us today, but can you take just a second and tell us a little bit about yourself and your business, and what really interests me about what you and Bruce and your team do is your focus on the senior community. I think that's very unique in your space.
Well, thanks for the great intro, first of all. Yes, Bruce and I have been in real estate between the two of us between 30 and 45 years. So we've been around. And we've decided to devote ourselves to helping seniors in the 4-county area who've lived in their homes for 40, 50, 60 years. They're transitioning into a senior community. They need someone to help them sell their home, guide them through the entire process. And a lot of times they're all alone, and I mean literally alone. So we take it upon ourselves to hold their hand the entire way. And it's been a very enlightening time for all of us, because I've learned so much from all of my clients.
That's awesome. I know that to be in real estate, you have to have certain licensing and certifications and accreditation and all that good stuff. But what a lot of people may not realize is that to focus on that area of the business that you do, which is the senior community, there's even more designations that come with that, and areas of specialty that you have to have. Can you walk us through kind of what that is and how you and Bruce have been able to do that?
Sure. The main designation is Senior Real Estate Specialist. And we did that close to 35, 38 years ago. And it was quite lengthy. It's a lot of different study. And the really interesting part about this designation is it's more of an education of how to help seniors in all sorts of avenues of their life. It's not specifically just real estate. You learn a lot about the different communities and the different grading of communities, whether it's assisted, whether it's independent, all of that. So it's a very well-rounded education, so that when we talk to our clients and they don't know where to go, we can set them up with the right person that will say, here's a plethora of information and places we think you should take a look at. And education is all of it. So that's what we did. We got the designation and moved forward from there with the intent of wholly being transparent with our clients and trying to help them during a very traumatic, whether it's the sale or purchase, it's the hugest one they're going to make in their lifetime. And I look at it as I'm going to talk to them as they're my brother, my sister, my aunt, my uncle, and give them all the information they need to make the right decisions for themselves.
Definitely a wonderful thing that you and Bruce are doing, almost like unicorns within the market there, because I know that not a lot of people are doing that, and so you guys have kind of cracked the code on how to attack that. So congratulations, well done.
Thank
I
you.
want to talk a little bit about how we kind of connected. Obviously, you and Bruce and your team turned to SWAT Environmental for radon support, radon mitigation. And we appreciate that. It would have been the very end of this past year. We sent an email to a number of our key clients thanking them for their business. It was very short, sweet. It's just a thank you letter. You replied back to me, and you effectively thanked me for thanking you. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but paraphrasing, you said that our message stood out to you. And so much so that you stopped and took time out of your very busy day to write me back and express that sense of gratitude. Can you maybe explain what it was that caught your attention about the message that we sent to you and your peers in the industry, and why you took time to reach out to me like that?
Oh, of course. I have to say, from my very first call into the office, the way it was handled, the professionalism, the care, I didn't feel like I was being rushed off the phone. All the information was taken down, and with a follow-up call. I mean, it was so professionally done, and I have worked with many mitigators over the years, and most of them are leave me a message and maybe I'll hear back in a day or two. And because of that, because of the response that I got and the service and everything, I was just overwhelmed, because that professionalism is not normally carried over in your industry. I'm sure you know. You stand out. Your organization stands out above all of them.
Well, thank you, and we certainly appreciate that. And I know that as you and I talked on the phone a number of times, we even talked about the power of saying thank you. And so the idea that we were thanking you for your business, and then you were thanking us for thanking you, it just really meant a lot to me personally and to our company. And with your permission, I was able to share. I did share your email to our team, just to show that there are people out there that appreciate all the hard work that we do, and the attention to detail that we take, and the legendary customer service, and all that good stuff. So thank you for responding to us in that sense.
As I said before, Phil, it was my honor to be able to do that.
That's awesome. You know, Jeanne, I know you work in your line of work, you work with a lot of different types of suppliers, whether it's roofing companies, whether it's electricians, whether it's painters, in our case, radon mitigation firms. What's important to you when you look to partner with someone in that respect? What do you look for from a supplier? What's most important before you decide to entrust them with going out and being a reflection of you to your clients?
Well, since most of our clients are in their 80s and up, this is a new thing for them. They don't know anything about radon. But what connects me to my contractors is honesty. That's the first thing. If you can do a job, great. And if you can't do a job, please tell me. That I'm fine. But you know, the idea of being honest all the time. This is going to happen on Tuesday. That's going to happen on Wednesday. To me, and especially with my clients, if someone says they're going to be there at Thursday at 1 o'clock, they better be there at Thursday at 1 o'clock, because they're going to be waiting at their door for that person to show up. And if they don't, they're going to call me and ask why. So for me, the honesty, the timeliness of the work that's being done, the willingness to be patient with our clients, because again, they haven't done this in 30, 40, 50 years. So selling a home and the whole process is new from the day they bought their home for $15,000. It's a lot different.
That's right.
And
That's
it's
right.
hard for them to go through. So anybody I send through to one of my clients, that is the main thing for me, is honesty and integrity.
And I think that's even part of your branding that
Yes,
that Bruce's team has, as I've seen through your various website and brochures and all that. So no, that's great. So maybe a good segue into something that I know that you have and you share with your clients, which is I believe you call it the Jeanne and Bruce's list.
Yeah, it's Bruce and
Could you
Jeanne.
elaborate on that a little bit?
Yes, we put a list together of contractors that we've worked with personally in our home. And it's a lot of them. And then people that have been referred to us by our clients who I know they've had a great experience with. I will tell you, on that list, there were 3 other mitigation companies that I removed and replaced with your company, SWAT. And I had no problem doing that. I informed my team members, this is the company that we're using, because of the honesty and the timeliness of which everybody showed up at my client's house. There was no decision. It was so easy for me to do that. But that list has now grown to, you know, I don't know, several pages, and we hand out about 750 of those during the course of spring over seminars and personal visits to people's homes. So a lot of people will receive that information with SWAT all over it.
And listen, we appreciate it. You know, it's an honor to be your exclusive recommended radon mitigation firm on your list of preferred suppliers. And again, we know that what level of importance you place on that, because that is your brand, that is your reputation, and that is so important in the line of work that you're in, when it is such a word of mouth kind of process to work with more and more people. So thank you for that. I wanted to ask you, there's something that I think you do, because, and again, you're so much of your focus is on the senior community, but I think you host a couple of seminars each year where you invite maybe a few hundred or more people to participate. Can you elaborate on some of that as well, Jeanne?
Yeah, we've been very lucky. We do the seminar in spring and fall. It's at a great venue here in Milwaukee called Burner Botanical Gardens. And normally we have anywhere between, I would say, at least 30 vendors, which include senior communities as well as contractors like yourself, which I hope you will attend in September. And normally speaking, we have send out to our database, and we advertise on the radio, and there's anywhere from, I think the lowest amount is 180 to 200 people attend for free.
Wow.
And
wow, that's quite a bit.
That information giving scenario, not a hard sell. This is what you can expect from anybody that you're talking to. Just take the education and call us if you need us, that sort of thing.
Well, I think that's fantastic to bring that many people together and share that information and educate others on the process and all that. And I can tell you, I am personally looking forward to participating in September at the and I think you call it the Moving in the Right Direction.
Yes, Moving in the Right Direction. It's actually that Moving in the Right Direction is the name of one of the books Bruce wrote.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome.
Oh, that's
awesome.
why we named the seminar that. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. As we kind of wind things down here, I want to ask you about something. Something stood out to me again, back to when you and I were emailing. Mm-hmm. You have a very interesting closing salutation in your emails. And the first time I saw it, I wasn't sure if that was something you did. I didn't know if that was just for that email. And then the second and third, then I saw a pattern that's what you put at the end of each of your emails, which is stay in the light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. Jeanne, can you maybe share with the audience what that means to you and why you do that?
Well, my personal feeling is that it takes so much energy to be negative in any way, shape, or form, and it takes nothing to be kind and gracious. And I started putting that on my emails to remind me to stay in the light, to always look for the better in whatever the situation is, because there always is something good in every situation, no matter what it is. You just got to find it. So I've used that over the years, and whenever any of my children or grandchildren are what I call going to the dark side, they're not, handling things very well, I'll just say, hey, stay in the light. And it kind of helps get them grounded back to where they should be. So that's the reason.
It's such a great way of looking at things. I love that. And thank you for that explanation. Well, listen, Jeanne, thank you for making time today. I promise we'd be relatively brief here. We thank you for the partnership. SWAT Environmental is honored to be affiliated as Bruce's team exclusive radon mitigation provider. We enjoy working with you in the greater Milwaukee area, and we look forward to continuing to work with you as well. And so I just can't thank you enough for being a part of our conversation today. And so for anybody out there that's looking for assistance in the real estate space in the greater Milwaukee area, I can't recommend Jeanne and Bruce's team enough. Give them a call, and they'll certainly help you out. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, my friend. Have a great day.
Yeah, and stay in the light, right?
Too. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye, Jeanne.